apparently some people think I'm a horrible person because I slightly involve involve my son with my internet antics. Let's pull up Exhibit A. Bink. What a great segue.
Some people they make their newborn baby an Instagram profile. It's just what you want. You haven't done that. It's what you and Frank decide. So
Yeah.
he's allowed. He's going to be a public person if he wants to be.
I'm not entirely sure. I mean, okay, so let me just read these comments. These are from a couple of. First of all, congratulations. Please don't misunderstand. I don't want to interfere with what you do with your baby. I find it questionable to drag a baby into public like that.
It's not dragging. You held him the whole time. You didn't drag him across the
I
town.
didn't see one clip of a drag.
A 2-week-old YouTube star. Maybe my protective instincts are going crazy here, but we live in interesting times. Gifon blessing accompanies this family. So I made like a little blog, like, hey, week 1 of being a mom. Hey, week 2 of being a mom. And like one of them was like, I went to a fucking park. Did not drag the baby there. I put him in a stroller. But
You dragged him around the park.
Yeah, I just dragged him around. That's a big deal. This comment kind of pisses me off. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, stranger who has protective instincts over a child they don't know, will never meet, will never see.
It's creepy that you feel protective over my child. Get out.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
What are you protecting them from? The fresh air? Like, I don't know.
And also, it's like, I don't want to interfere. This is what exactly you're doing. You are
interfering.
Keep it to yourself.
Those are like the people who are like, I'm not trying to be offensive, but it's like, well, the but it just erased all that you prefaced.
Anybody that says
everything that you just prefaced.
Exactly.
And the only reason why you prefaced it is as if to pave this safety path for you to then say whatever the fuck you want. So like don't act like you're this all high and mighty person with that. Like that we know what you're coming out with. That's just a manipulative tactic.
It is.
Yeah.
It's like people that say I'm sorry, but okay.
Hey, no, it's just you're just a pussy and you couldn't just come out and say it wholeheartedly. You just had a pussyfoot around. You're just like, no, well, I'm just gonna get all squeezing right here.
Right. And there are so many. God, I mean, I watch the videos all the time. There's so many people who make content just on what to do with newborns, what to do with kids. There are pediatricians, there are lactation consultants, there are midwives and doulas who all make content online. It's like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. People go, oh, like, wow, you're not taking more time off of work. And there's people who are like, wow, like, why aren't you taking more time off? Like, or why didn't you come back sooner? Yeah.
No, motherhood is savage from what I see. There's actually an account I've followed for a while and I don't know why. I think it's just like I'm interested in just the community. It's called Peanut. It's on Instagram. And it's just like surrounds like just motherhood and just kids and just all facets within the realm. And it's like these people, they're just like, I'm just going to keep doing what I think is right because it really is between me and my child. And that's what the internet is, where it's you're just allowed to share what you want. And another point to this, he's saying that like, oh, I've seen other arguments where like, they didn't ask to be put on the internet, man, and you're just sticking them on there. It's like, well, you know what? You just pushed a fucking gender on them as well. Like when they try to say like, oh, he was born male, but I think he's, we're going to let him choose for himself when he's ready. It's like, even when you think he's ready, he's not fucking ready. So shut the fuck up.
He didn't ask to be on the internet.
You're the mom. You can choose whatever the fuck you want.
I didn't ask for a man with an elven profile picture, vampire, side swooping bangs. I didn't ask for you to be on the internet either. And I wish you weren't.
I think there's a difference between like having an infant on, and it's like it's still about me. I'm talking about what I've been through, what I'm working on, and the baby's sort of just like casually there. I'm not like I don't know. I think there is a little bit of a difference if the baby's so new versus I'm have a fucking baby puppet show and I'm literally like, look at him. It's still more about me. And God, I mean, it's for the amount of people who, while I was pregnant, said, I hope your baby's retarded. I hope you die in childbirth. I hope all of you die. And then the people that go, oh, I heard your baby's retarded. It lived, but it's
You're like,
all the
look,
horrible
he's
things.
not. Right.
Right. Like, no, you, and I have heard, and I even have close friends who are like, refuse to show their kid's face. They'll always put like a sticker or an emoji or something.
And they're
for
allowed
their
to do
face.
that.
And they're allowed to do that. And it does make you think like, okay, well, what is a bad thing that can happen from having an infant's face on the internet? What could possibly, I mean, and a lot of babies look alike, and your looks are gonna change so much. You're definitely not in like your final form.
In 2 weeks,
I'm
he's
not even
going
in
to
my
look-
final. We're not even in our final fucking
Right.
form.
Exactly.
Gonna be
Kourtney
in the dirt.
Kardashian 3 times pulled her baby out of herself on her show. They're fine. When they get to an age, Mason said, I don't want to be on the show anymore. He's not
Right.
traumatized. No one's going to recognize your baby from you holding it like this for a second on a live stream. I'm sorry. It's just not. And also, it's up to you. It's up to
Yeah.
you. He's not going to be traumatized from that. It's perfectly okay.
But you posting your baby is your choice, your baby, your choice. That's going to age well. Their comments aren't going to age well. Like, let them, like, you kind of get what I'm saying? It's just like, you look back. There's so many times that I have videos of my nieces and nephews growing up that are saved through social media that I'm so grateful for, that I have that I can actually go through the archives and get that, rather than, like just because I posted it. I don't care, obviously my stuff's private, but like, it doesn't, I think for anybody, they at least are able to get that and have those memories and just feel what the intention was in the first place, was to share it with the world. And that's up to you to do.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's just a fucking miracle. He's even here. Like, it's a miracle. Oh my God. There's just like the amount of stress and shit I went through just while being pregnant with him. I just am amazed he survived. You know what I mean? Like, you find out your dad was murdered. You're 3 months pregnant. And I'm like, okay, just don't hyperventilate yourself into a miscarriage. Just keep your heart rate down and then get home and we'll figure this out. Oh my God. And
that just gave me goosebumps. It just shows you how what a great and calm person you are and how much you can persevere, because if it were me, then yes, I would complete different story. You did everything correctly, and like you did really persevere, even going through so much stress like that. So if you want to show him for a second on your stream, I don't think the little bean will mind.
Oh,
In fact, I think he'll be proud when he's like 18. He'll be like, "Oh my
Yeah,
God,
like,
Mom,
"Oh,
you're a
look at me."
badass."
Yeah,
Yeah.
not like inappropriately. Like I do believe, like, I think it is a little weird with like sometimes with the shower or the baby like bath pictures on like very public profiles. Those are the only things I'd be concerned with. But
like new
and like everybody has their own thing, but you, like, a big part of what your life is like sharing these experiences, sharing parts of your life with people. And the biggest thing in your life right now is this child. And like, I think, well, like one of your videos was like 5 minutes. The other one was like maybe 10 minutes. And it's just talking about, like you said, your experience. So I just don't understand how like these unsolicited people can come in and be like, well, here, let me tell you how to take care of your child, little Missy. Like, no, you're kicking butt. You're doing it already. Like, just let these people roll off, because there definitely is. I do, like I said, there's inappropriate content. Like I personally, I do a lot of like news reporting and stuff on pedophilia. I've done a lot of stuff on like child sex predators. So for that reason alone, and because of the fact that I've literally been like targeted by these child predators, I keep my kids off all the time. That I have a rule, like no pictures of the face post 6 months, and even that it's like pretty much only on my private stuff. But like that's
How
a
old
very
are your kids?
What happens at 6 months?
it's just the number I picked. It's kind
Okay.
of like
What happens
like,
at
that's when
Then
they
they
start to
start to grow a tail.
You cannot
No, I
feed
feel
them
like
after
when,
midnight.
like their features start
tail
to come
comes
out
in.
a little more. I don't know. It's just
Oh.
the age I determined. My daughter's about to turn 3, and my son will be 2 in October.
Oh.
You don't do the
So-
thing like Kristen
And I'm pregnant
Cavallari
with
where
the
you
third
put.
baby. This is actually the first time I've said it on a live. I'm pregnant again.
I didn't know. I was about to out you, and then I didn't. I was like, no.
Oh my God!
No,
Congratulations!
Thank you
Can
so
we
much.
see it now?
Yes,
You
show us your vagina.
Let me just open up. No, I don't have my heartbeat monitor down here, or I'd play the little
Aw.
bean for you. But
Aw,
yeah,
a
it's gonna be a
Doppler, right?
girl, and we're very
Yay.
excited for our third bean.
Oh my God! Good for
Yay.
you.
Oh, wow. So it went boy, girl, or girl, boy, girl.
Girl, boy, girl.
Oh,
I love it.
He's,
Congratulations.
he's gonna be a good brother though. He's got both older and younger.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's already they're already so adorable and so close, and I'm just like they're about 15 months apart, and now the next one is going to be about 2 years apart, so they're all pretty
That's
close in
nice.
age. Yeah.
That's
Yeah, that'll
nice.
be cool. But listen,
Congratulations.
thank you. But yeah,
Yeah.
everybody has their own different things, and I do think if anybody wanted to offer actual good advice, especially if you're in the
I
public
love this.
eye.
Hold on. Sorry.
No, what?
I guess you've never
Oh.
heard of a condom, Kim.
Oh my God, dude! I told my pastor, and he looked at me straight in the face, and he literally the first words out of his mouth were, "Don't you know how that happens?"
Oh my God.
Never heard of a condom.
Yeah, we don't use birth control in my house. I'm sorry. I'm okay with having a lot of kids.
So much for the rhythm method.
Yeah, right.
Bring on the white babies.
Yeah, all of our beautiful white babies. But like I said, the idea of like offering real legitimate advice for women who post their children online is, I think, a legitimate thing. But like, this is just trash. This isn't real advice. Like you want to keep in mind things that predators are going to look for, because predators do use online profiles, even like innocuous pictures, like like maybe your kid running around in a sprinkler in a diaper, you might not think anything of it, but like somebody who is sexualizing your child is definitely going to think something of it.
Duh.
And like, I'm not trying to be like, oh no, like never post your, and I definitely don't feel that way at all. Everybody feels differently. Everybody has a different life. Not everybody reports on child predators like me and like is paranoid about that stuff. And you don't need to be, but there is that kind of culture online. There is the kind of like farming of these photos, and like, it's something to keep in mind. If you have a private profile, if you're not someone in the public light, these are not things that are going to bother you. If you're a little more public, it's something you should probably think about, but like, nothing you did is like putting your child at risk. Like, you're just showing your cute little, yeah.
Keep talking. I have to feed the bean. I'll be right back. I'm gonna do a
wonderful.
turbo. I'm gonna do a turbo feed.
Put your titty on the screen.
Don't.
Feed that baby.
I love what you're saying. You're very based about that. It's like, listen, do it if you want to. Here's the risks. It's 6 months. I said call it off. But that's just me. But I guess if you put that in your brain, if that's in your brain where it's like, yes, if your child is on the internet, people could be like, not to be untoward.
People can
jerking off to it.
There was this really viral video of like a little kid's dance class, and they were like kind of dancing to an inappropriate sexual song, and there was a bunch of people like, oh, what's wrong with this? There's nothing wrong with this. It's just adorable. It's just for the lulz. And it's like, okay, but like, you're getting these kids to like semi-twerk in these videos and stuff like that, and like what is nothing to us normal people who don't sexualize children is not the same. And like,
right.
What I used to be the same. Like, I kind of, before I was super red pilled, I would look at like, these like even the drag time events, and I'd be like, oh, they're just kids having fun. And then you look at what's really happening in it, what it's really, the environment that brings about along with it. And it's like, ooh, maybe that's a little bit dangerous. What kind of adult would actually want to be in that environment?
Right. Yeah, because I'm like, oh my gosh, look at those tiny dancers. They're just like adults. This is amazing. I'm like, they got the hip hop beats. I watch a TikTok. I'm like, these are, oh wow, look how talented they are. But I'm like, but when you think about it, I guess it's like,
It isn't. My
well,
friend, I've shown her videos. I'm like, look at these ballroom dancer kids. They're like 6 and it's like crazy. And she's like, was that? I was like, isn't that amazing? And she's like, this is so like disgusting. She goes, this is like
horrifying. It's
sexual.
true.
I was like, no, I'm just like fascinated that like a child has that kind of rhythmic
Right.
movement.
Like-
Like where like I train children like jujitsu.
right.
And I'm teaching them moves and they can't they don't know the left from the right. And I'm just like, put this hand on his collar. And they're like, I was like, put his hand on his collar. And I see these kids younger than that, and they're just like,
they're like pop locking and dropping it. And you know, when there's
Yeah.
something very fascinating about watching a child
yeah.
that is exactly like an adult.
Yeah, it is. And she like she fucks with me. She's like, oh, does that turn you on? I was like, shut
Did you
up.
hear
No.
that?
I was like, the fact that you said that now makes me uncomfortable for enjoying it for
Right.
like the athleticism or the skill, talent angle of it. I was like, I feel like I can't look at this anymore. You ruined it for me.
Right, exactly.
But to her point is kind of to Kim's point, where there are crazy fucking people out there that will sexualize that. And I do personally get uncomfortable when I see a young girl in like a leotard and it's just like tight up, and I'm just like, can we not like I'll look at it and I'm like, this is just not right. Like that's the kind of stuff you shouldn't be posting. You shouldn't
And
be
the thing too with these days
bathing and
with,
things like that.
geolocating is a big thing and stuff like that. So like it's not, I'm not saying that like, you know, but you're intentionally doing, no one would intentionally do this to a child unless they're a really sick person, but like you are opening it up like, oh, like look how adorable my girl is, look at her in this tight little outfit, and by the way she goes to Franklin Middle on East Weston Street, like, you know, like,
oh yeah, Jesus
like,
Christ, what?
and like
you
that's
can
how
find her,
like,
these are her plugs, she goes to Franklin Middle School.
right,
Like, what?
it's just, you know, like it's stuff like that like, you know, is it probable that that a predator is going to find that and be like, oh well, there's my next target? No, not necessarily. But do you really? That's just, maybe that's my paranoia a little bit.
No, but it's smart to take those precautions. There's
Why would
there's
you
a couple.
locate your children? Why would you post these photos? And I just, you know, like I said, I want to share pictures of my kids all the time. I'm constantly texting my friends and my family like, look at the most adorable thing she did for the 10 millionth time that I've told you about. But
it must be so difficult for you not to be like, look at your cute little baby, look what they did, they you know, dove into the pool, or they did a handstand, or something.
Literally anything. Like,
I don't know how you do it. If
a lot of people handle it differently. Some people will do strictly like professional photos, and it'll be like seasonally, maybe like quarterly, you know, like that. And so they'll just have professional photos of them and their family. And like here, it's kind of like the modern day Christmas card, where it's like you want the update. You want the update of somebody's family. Hey, like I knew that child was born. How are they doing? You know, and again, that is for your inner circle. But you know, we have social media where it's like that is up for you how you choose to share. And you know, to the whole geolocation thing, yeah, that is really where you should be protecting that. I know a couple people who cover the like the school, if they have like a uniform, if they go to a private school. Like they'll always put like something over the crest of whatever school they go to. Like there are extra little like precautionary things that they take.
Internet autists will find
I went from using emojis to cover my liquor bottles and paraphernalia to like cover my baby's identity.
Now your liquor bottles are like, yeah, I had 6 fireballs last month. What of it?
The whole chat thinks I'm drinking moonshine out of my water jug. I thought that was
exactly. It could be, but it's not. She's pregnant. Well, and congratulations, Kim, again. My God.
Thank you.
Love you guys. Thank you for the chats. Thank you for the comments. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Bye. All right. Love you guys. God, I don't even want to leave. This candle smells so good. I don't want to leave. All right. Love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye. Love you all. Join the Discord. Feet. Love you all. Wow. You guys are awesome. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Now I'm really leaving. Love you. Bye.